If we look kind of sweaty, it's because we are. We just got done doing the Super Bowl Shuffle.
Ooh. This movie it came from a former stuntman.
Mm-hmm. His name is Gary Kent.
Gary Kent.
Very prolific stunt actor. He showed up at Wasteland quite a few times.
Really?
Very interesting fellow with a lot of fun stories about the heydays of grindhouse cinema. And there's a nice documentary about him called Love and Other Stunts.
He told this idea to Bo Svensson.
Who
and
loved it.
He loved the idea. He wanted to do it. He wanted to be the star of it. And honestly, I can see him in this movie. Yeah. I think it might have been a better movie with Bo Svensson, but...
we love you, Bo.
Yeah. That never happened. Bo ended up selling the idea to some Italians. And one Italian in particular...
Fabrizio De Angelis.
Fabrizio De Angelis. So Fabrizio is this... He's kind of more of a producer than a director, but he produced all of the Escape the Bronx movies.
Yeah, the Bronx Warriors trilogy.
The Thunder trilogy.
Yes, with Mark Gregory.
Which was kind of like a Rambo...
ripoff.
With Mark Gregory.
Yeah. The Fulci stuff, like The Beyond, House by the Cemetery, Zombie. He had a hand in most of those too. New York Ripper. Prolific Italian filmmaker.
He seems to know kind of what he's doing. Like, even when he's ripping stuff off, he seems to know how to do it with a certain style.
Mm-hmm.
And not in this movie.
This movie does have a who's cast of,
really,
like,
it really does.
You know, your typical tough guy movie actors.
So we have Ernest Borgnine,
the Mermaid Man.
I masturbate.
91 years old. You look fantastic. You look like you're in your late 60s, early 70s. What's the secret?
I don't dare tell you.
No meat. You don't eat meat.
I masturbate a lot.
Okay.
He plays coach, the coach of this team. I think they're called the Falcons. Actually, the team is never named. There are no... Like, we never see the team names, do we?
Put some guts into it!
At the end, we watched through the whole credits. We found out that it might have partially been filmed in Miami.
Right.
And some of the football boys in this film are real footballers.
I have a feeling most of them are.
We have Ernest Borgnine.
Ernest Borgnine. We love Ernest Borgnine.
As coach of this football team. We have Martin Balsam, the great, incredible Martin Balsam from...
Mitchell.
from much better movies.
Yeah.
Ooh. He's just this incredible character actor that every time you see him, you're just like...
It's going to be a good time.
This is going to be an amazing time. Not this time. Henry Silva playing a...
bad guy. As usual.
Warden of a prison in a country that is never named. So we have Balsam. We have Silva. We have Borgnine.
We have Charles Napier.
Let me explain my situation to you. Now, the United States and this country have practically no relations whatsoever.
So we have all of our great
tough guy actors,
including our lead,
Oliver Tobias.
That's all that matters to me, honey. Sure. You're coming home tomorrow. Great. Be careful. What do you mean of what? Everything. Oh, say hello to George.
I will. Thanks. See you soon. Big kiss, Daddy. From George, too.
I don't really know football. I never really watched football. But the people who made this film also don't know football and have never watched football. Just the name of this movie, Like, they could have called it anything. They could have called it the final touchdown. But they called it the last match, which that could be anything. That could be football, could be soccer, it doesn't
Could be
matter.
tennis.
Could be tennis.
Apparently, the original intention was to have it be a soccer team rather than
That
an
makes
American
sense.
football team.
I think it would have lost a lot of its charm not being football.
Yeah, because
What little charm that this movie has
is the image of guys wearing football attire, holding machine guns and bazookas.
Yeah.
That's the charm.
So the movie starts off with a football game. We have Cliff Gaylor, who is one of the football men, gets a call from his daughter
Yeah.
on a big phone.
Susan Gaylor,
Susan Gaylor.
who is in third world country.
She's in a cool country that she visited for some reason, and apparently it's not very safe. And she's telling her dad, had a great time in this country.
Can't wait to see you.
Can't wait to see you. All we see of this country are like the slums and then really nice hotels.
In the airport.
And the airport. A lot of the airport. So she goes to the airport. There's a guy with super big glasses. He either has a very small head or wears very big glasses. He puts a banana of cocaine in her purse.
Some kind of banana looking toy filled with cocaine.
And she gets stopped at customs, and they set the dogs on her, and they're like, oh, what's this banana of cocaine? And she doesn't know what it is. She's an American girl from Italy.
Julio? Is this yours?
Call my father, George! Call my father now!
After that, immediately gets put into airport jail, and they question her a lot. Oh, and she also has a boyfriend with her.
Named George Floyd.
And so he immediately runs away and pushes some people down, which he's really good at that in the movie. He pushes a lot of people.
Yeah, he could be a football player himself.
He immediately contacts her dad. Her dad comes over, Gaylor. Gaylor comes over to this unnamed country and is immediately pissed off. Constant. Like, I get it. You know, his daughter is in danger. He is just pissed off all the time. But in this movie is less about a football playing team saving a woman in a dangerous country. It's more about this man's mental breakdown.
Mr. Gaylor?
George. I'll carry that.
The whole film is like this roller coaster of this man's emotions who's clearly going insane. This was just the tipping off point. He gets to this unnamed country. His daughter's boyfriend is like, all right, we got to start looking for her. He immediately attacks her daughter's boyfriend and starts throwing him against walls.
It's like looking at the veins on his arms to be like, he's trying to make sure you're not a junkie.
I'll leave you alone, Mr. Gaylor. You look like you could use some sleep.
Where are you going?
Into my room.
Staying right here with me.
I don't get it.
Then I'll draw a picture for you. You're staying with me 24 hours a day. I'm not letting you out of my sight even when you want to take a crap. I just want to be sure of one thing.
Come on, Mr. Gaylor, what is this?
Goes to the American embassy, where the American diplomat, played by Charles Napier, tells him that this ain't Kansas anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta go do things by their rules. So go talk to this attorney.
Mr. Gaylor, take my advice. Contact this man immediately. He's very well connected locally.
He's basically there to tell him to go to another guy.
Yeah.
And then
almost like they needed to pad this movie.
And it's like a nothing character, but it's Charles Napier, so
yeah.
It's fine. So he goes from Charles Napier, the consulate, or the ambassador, or whatever, to one of the most incredibly bad scenes in a film I think I've ever watched. Gaylor, football man, goes to the attorney, the man that Charles Napier set him up with, and we finally get to see Martin Balsam. And Martin Balsam does not know where the fuck he is. He doesn't know what movie he's in. He doesn't know what day it is. Martin Balsam absolutely was just dropped off, probably by one of the helicopters they used in the movie, given absolutely no time, did not care, given a check, and then sat down in a chair, and then eventually put in a car.
I have already studied your daughter's situation. And I would like to shower you with assurance regarding your daughter's welfare, but this country has adopted strong laws to crush the drug trade.
Oliver Tobias, he's really, doing his thing, his Tobias thing, which is like just looking like he's going to explode. But he's asking Martin Balsam all these questions and like, how can you help me? And Martin Balsam is reading the script right in front of us. Right in front of us. So they put the camera right into his face, and then you see his eyes go back and forth while he's reading the script.
My daughter is innocent. All you have to do is get her out of jail.
Well, whether your daughter is innocent or not is quite irrelevant. What matters is that convincing the judges, and quite frankly, it isn't going to be easy.
It is absolutely sad because Martin Balsam is a great actor, and he clearly is just like, I do not give a fuck about this football war movie. Or whatever. He doesn't even know what movie it is. I don't know what I'm talking about. He's just there to read the script off of a cue card and then tell Gaylor that, hey, I don't even know what he tells him because I was so like blown away that he's just reading clearly off of cue card that.
Well, basically he's like, well, we'll talk more on Friday. Mr. Gaylor is like, Friday, when am I coming to see you again? He's like, well, you'll call back to, the States and talk to 2 or 3 lawyers, and they'll tell you what I told you. And it'll probably take 2 to 3 days for you to get that answer out of them. So you'll come back and see me when that's all said and done.
I couldn't even pay attention to that. I didn't even know what the fuck was happening because I couldn't believe what was happening. I think the very next scene, I was just in a daze after that happened, but I think the very next scene, Oliver Tobias, Gaylor, is just running after a car.
And you don't know why.
I don't know why.
You see Martin Balsam is in the car.
And then Gaylor is like, oh God, he's as sweaty as I am right now. And he's like, okay, I need you as my lawyer. And then, again, Martin Balsam.
Except sweatier this time.
Sweatier. Sleepier. Is again reading from a cue card. He's at no point does he look at Oliver Tobias in his face. Because he is looking at the cue cards. They could have just put the lines on his forehead, on his cheeks, and it would look
a lot better.
The police department told me I need an attorney to arrange a meeting with my daughter.
Well, I would have told you that if you had the time to give me. Since this city is full of attorneys, Why did you come back to me?
Because you're the best.
The daughter gets transferred from, the holding at the airport to some kind of prison.
A absolute dungeon of a
Yeah.
prison. A dungeon and a castle at the same time.
George Floyd manages to catch up to the car she's being transported in, and in a really funny scene, he breaks in front of their car, runs out, and
You
is
think
I'm
he's
gonna get you out of there.
Yeah, you think her boyfriend is there to save her, and you're like, something is finally fucking happening.
Susan, I love you! Don't worry, we'll get you out! I love you!
Anyway, so
He gets away with doing that.
He gets away with it, but he ends up getting caught later, I guess.
The law catches up to him, and he's deported back to the States.
But before that, we get a scene because Tobias, or Gaylor, is told that his daughter's boyfriend did that, and that completely changes his mind.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at first, he wanted to beat the shit out of the kid, and now he loves him like a son. And there's this incredible, deep moment between them at the airport where he's seeing his daughter's boyfriend being deported, and he keeps like saying things to him while he's trying to get on the plane. He's like, "Oh, one more thing," and the kid like turns around. He's like, "What?" He's like, "Oh, never mind." It's like, why is this in the movie?
I'll be waiting for news. Don't forget.
I won't forget you, George.
You're on your own now.
Don't worry. I'll be too busy to think about it. You're right.
But at least that scene had some, it had something to it that almost none of the rest of the scenes did, which was some character growth.
Yeah.
Something.
An arc. So the shithole the daughter is transferred to is run by the wicked warden, played by Henry Silva.
Who's actually does a pretty good job.
I mean, he always does whenever you give him a part where he gets to be a piece of shit.
So this whole time, we're dealing with Oliver Tobias, Gaylor, and just walking around, and then we see his daughter is put into this new castle dungeon prison with a bunch of women, one of which is like rubbing her tits with oil, and one's just taking a shit.
Yeah.
In this room.
Looking like that one Millie Jackson album.
So those scenes are pretty funny, but what's not funny is how Henry Silva is treating her.
I want you to go to the American consulate and tell them that your daughter has been beaten. And I will tell them that she's hysterical and that her bruises are of her own doing. Now that is exactly the truth.
So there's this very emotional scene, which we get to see twice in the movie, because I don't know why.
Nightmare.
But he gets to see his daughter, and Henry Silva's there, and just like, twirling his mustache, being like devilishly evil.
He flips out and like grabs a chair and is like throwing it around, and then he gets beaten up by the guards and gets
Pretty good.
His bloody face smeared on the glass.
The dad gets hauled away, and then the girl is just about to scream, And then Henry Silva presses the button so that us, the audience,
does not hear the scream.
right after that is the greatest scene in the entire movie.
Oh, man.
Because you think all hope is lost. You think that nothing's going to save this girl now.
He tried calling all of his football pals.
One after the other in a really long scene.
Of just static shots of phones.
Yes.
Hi, this is Bill Washington's answering machine. The world's greatest running back is not at home right now.
And then he walks into his hotel. And who's there?
Surprise! The entire team.
All of them.
Yeah.
All of them, I think, are mostly real football players. But anyway, they all have something to say. They all have a little bit of encouragement for Gaylor.
Now, they don't really all say it because their mouths don't move. But I guess they telepathically communicate it to Gaylor.
Hey.
Fantastic.
Hey, Cliff.
Way to go.
Good to see you.
Hi, Cliff. All right. We're ready.
We got the football boys. They're in this unnamed country. Daughters in peril. Charles Napier, we don't know what happened to him. Martin Balsam, please no more scenes.
Ooh.
We are all set up for the climax of this movie. And it is the biggest anticlimax of any movie ever made.
I masturbate a lot.
Okay.
I don't know how far I want to go because people need to find out for themselves and watch this. But let's just say
There's guns.
There's guns.
There's action.
There is action.
You do see a lot of this. You know, this isn't an entire lie.
No, there's some of that.
But
there's some shooting in football outfits.
This movie feels more like Midnight Express most of the time than, you know, Rambo.
It's weird because it's not really ripping off anything. It's kind of like a Vietnam siege movie where someone's missing, like missing action.
Yeah, missing action, kind of.
But it is original in the sense that it's a bunch of football players in their outfits taking down
a paramilitary group
in an unknown country. Needless to say, there's a raid on the prison. People are shot. Some
people are rescued. The part where they kick the football with explosives in it, that was pretty cool.
That is a cool scene.
But that kind of happens after, like,
everything.
Yeah, there's like they escape the siege, but then there's still more fighting for some reason.
It keeps happening.
Yeah.
Like I applaud Fabrizio De Angelis by showing us what we kind of wanted to see, but then he just keeps showing it. And it's not good.
It's like too little too late.
Yeah, we've already gone through a whole movie of a American caught in a foreign land where they're in trouble. We just saw that whole movie, and now we get our football guys shooting guns and kicking atomic footballs into the sky. But it's not enough. It's not enough.
I masturbate a lot.
Okay.
One of the worst movies I have seen in a long time. But I think I still would say watch it.
Oh, yeah. I think we should still show this for a movie night, honestly.
There are scenes that it's like, why are we watching the wing of a plane and hearing the loud noise that the plane is making?
Why is there like a 15-second static shot of a phone?
This was really bad, and it was, I think the original idea was great. A sports team banding together and saving one of their own, or in this case, one of their own's daughter, and
doing it for America.
It was a pretty bad one, but I enjoyed the ride that it took me on. How about you?
Yeah. I think more people need to see this.
Well, that's the last match for you. And thank you, Bo Svensson, for selling.
This was a great idea.
Yeah.
And selling it to somebody who actually made it into a movie, for better or worse. We still love the Svensson.
And we hate the last match.
And by hate, I mean love.